Major daytime thoroughbred racing is back at Los Alamitos. It's the Winter Thoroughbred Meet. Opening date Friday, December 5th. 4 stakes for juveniles head the meet, with the Starlet for fillies on Saturday, December 6th, and the Los Alamitos Futurity set for Saturday, December 13th. The outstanding multiple Grade 1 winner journalism won the Futurity last year. And horse players. Our on-track live money handicapping contest returns on December 13th. Great racing action during the Los Alamitos Winter Thoroughbred Meet. Opening day is Friday, December 5th.
Hey, welcome everyone to the Los Alamitos preview show. The Doubleheaders are back here at Los Alamitos, day and night racing during the weekend action here at Los Al, because our opening day for the Winter Thoroughbred Meet is Friday, December 5th. I'd like to take now the opportunity to welcome Chris Wade and George Duarte, getting ready to tackle all the exciting racing action here at Los Alamitos. How are you, Chris?
I'm doing very, very good. Can't wait. I love daytime thoroughbred meet here at Los Alamitos, and we got some quality races on tap for you, including the Pick Six with that carryover of $38,000 plus, and it's a tough ticket.
And of course, George Duarte, who does the commentary on the Nightlines program, and so much more here at Los Al. George, looking forward to the Pick Six, right?
Yeah, I should have took it down last week. If I would have implemented the one more time of Chris with favorite mojo. I mean, I gave it out on the show early on in his career, and then I gave up on him, and that's when he wins it. And I talked about Flores having a good month, and then I just didn't put that together and actually play him, and he won. He won pretty good at 25-1 to spring that carryover.
Kind of an interesting combination there with favorite mojo with Jose Flores and Gabriel Lara getting them out, and the horse paying $50. And what a month of November for Gabriel Lara. He also won with Norco, who paid like $100 to win the Los Alamitos Super Derby.
57-1.
Yeah, exactly. And they now gets a long shot. So I gotta keep an eye on Gabriel Lara. He is getting those long shots home here at Los Alamitos. And of course, the Winter Thoroughbred Meet kicks off on Friday. 6 days of racing. First post time every day during the meet is 12:30 p.m. And a lot of stakes action during this meet. Every weekend card will have a stakes race. This Saturday's feature event is the running of the Starlet, 2-year-old fillies with points on the line for the Kentucky Oaks. And of course, our publicity director for the daytime meets, Bob Mieszerski, gave us this preview of the Starlet. Bob Baffert in play for another win in that stakes race. Here's Bob Mieszerski.
Bob Baffert will try for his 9th consecutive win on the $200,000 Grade 2 Starlet on Saturday. He has 3 of the 6 entrants in the race, including the 3 most likely betting choices. Juan Hernandez, who has won this race 3 out of the last 4 years, will be aboard. Nisma, a first out winner for Bob Baffert. She won very convincingly as the 7-10 favorite first time out, and is now stretching out to 2 turns, a distance she should love, being by Gunrunner. He's also starting first out winner Consequent, who will be ridden by Kazushi Kimura. She's a Juddmonte homebred who is the only horse is one of 2 horses in the field that has won going around 2 turns. She won first time out going a mile, which is a tough thing to do, especially in California. He also entered Himika, who was the beaten favorite last month in the Desi Arnaz, but is certainly capable of running back to her best races. The question with her is, does she want to go 2 turns? Should be a very competitive race. Among those 3, a win by anybody else would be a surprise. So it looks like Baffert could win this race for a 9th consecutive year.
I remember the first ever running of the Starlet. D. Wayne Lucas came out with a filly, Take Charge Brandy, to win the first ever running of the Starlet. And it seems like ever since then, it's been Bob Baffert just taking every single Starlet from that point on.
That's one of my favorite horses, Take Charge Brandy.
Oh, yeah.
I had her in the Breeders' Cup. She was like 70-1 or something like that.
Yeah, I was going to say, she paid a bunch, right? Speaking of long shots as well, Take Charge.
That's when I came out, because I had to see her. I was like, I had to thank her. so I had to come out and see her for the Starlet.
Well, I hope you had it on the Starlet as well, to take the first Starlet here at Los Alamitos. So that's going to happen on Saturday. On Sunday, we'll have the running of the Soviet Problem. But of course, the action kicks off here at Los Alamitos this Friday. First post 12:30 p.m. here at Los Al for the Winter Thoroughbred Meet. Well, we have a pick six, boys. Really nice pick six here on a Saturday night. The pool, $38,538. That's the carryover into the pick six. And George, we're kind of guessing what a total pool of about 150,000. If we get lucky, maybe 160 as well. But the races are going to be very competitive. We've kind of taken a look at those races for Saturday. What do you think the pool is going to reach?
Conservatively, yeah, I would say 150. I think if things fall the right way, it can easily get to like 180. But yeah, I mean, it's a tough one when we're going to go through it. And even the opening leg is very indicative of how the rest of the thing will go. I mean, there's a lot of smaller size fields, but literally 5 out of 6 horses, 6 out of 6 horses can win each race. So then the small field size doesn't really matter when that's the case, when there's everybody can win. You know, I'd rather have that than a 10-horse field with only like 3 main contenders and 7 kind of fringe or have no shot in the race. You know, it's the same thing. I'd rather have a race where there's 6 of them and all 6 can win.
Yeah, Chris, should be a good pool. George said somewhere between 150, 180. I'd be, I think from a publicity standpoint, anything over 150,000 would make it for a very, very solid pool for the horse players to shoot for. What do you think? What's your overall feel in the pick six, Chris?
Yeah, like I said, it's a tough ticket. It's like I said, right along those lines, $150, $180, something along there. But we got some wide open affairs, and it's kind of hard to single a horse, or you gotta take a shot, possibly depending on the size of your ticket. But don't leave that one horse out; it could come back to haunt you. But it's a tough ticket, especially if you're starting off in that third leg. Even though I do have that first leg, I have a nice little price look there in that particular affair. It's my top pick.
You're talking about the first race, the one that the races that I have up right now, the first race?
No, the first leg of the pick six.
First leg. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to race number 3. That's when the pick six will begin in a really competitive group here. Petracos coming off of an impressive 4-length victory on November 22nd on a wet fast track here at Los Alamitos. Little Tinker Ellie at 3-1 for Jesus Uranga and Ricardo Ramirez. Man, they won a lot of races together over time. Crucible. Dan Farias could have a pretty good night here on Saturday. He also has a really top filly in race number 8, VK Stickfield Follies. He's got Crucible here in race number 6. But what were you saying about this race, Chris? Who's going to take it down?
I think I'm going to give a look to the 4-Lady K Westfall. This horse ran against a Star Allowance Optional 50 down at Del Mar. That was races turned out to be pretty productive. The winner of that affair came back in 7 days. One of my favorite angles in the quick comeback. This one's coming back in 13. But this one ran relatively not a bad effort. It was a small field, but it was a productive field because the winner of that affair, my cat, did come back to win on Sunday at Del Mar and was part of that pick 5 carryover. That was a monster size pool with all factored in, but won rather handily. So coming back and has a look on the ship into Los Al is my top pick, and a little bit of price like that. I think it's 4-1.
Yeah, Luis Mendez, solid trainer, and Lady K Westfall showed speed throughout her racing career. Any thoughts here, George? Who would you play?
As a top pick, I mean, it's hard. I like Crucible because, I mean, he ran in the best race, which was the one in his debut on June 29th. That's the best field that any of these horses have faced. I mean, the second defender came back to win. And then he was a vet scratch when he tried to come back. And then so I was kind of against him in that race on October 25th. But I mean, he surged well to get to the lead and then just held off Petracos, who came back to win by 4 lengths. So that flatters his win. In a race, he didn't necessarily need to win. I mean, he didn't have that many workouts. They were all slow, and he still ran pretty well. So and then he's going to get he should get a good setup because the 3 and the 4 want the lead, and he should be able to sit outside. And then Edgar knows how to place him, knows when to go. So that's what I'm leaning on. But I mean, this race is not a race I'd single in the pick 6. It's tough. I mean, there's any horse can win. Even the longest shot, I think, has some ability. I really liked her when she won by 2.5, 2 back. And I thought her race last time, I think Paris I don't know if he thought he can compete at the level or something. It was kind of a strange ride. He kind of just dropped back without really asking her, and then just asked her, decently in the lane, and she responded really well. And she made up almost 4 lanes. She made up 4 lengths and galloped out good. So I think she has more to show. So even the longest shot would not surprise me in this race. This is a race where hopefully I'm just gonna hope to survive. This is a leg that I just. It's one of those where if I go too deep, that third pick was going to get me or something. This is the race that it just feels like, and it's just it's a tough one.
Okay, so that means that you have a single for us later, based on
I have to.
Yeah, no doubt. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at race number 4. And from this point on, every race is a quarter horse race here, and this is a 350-yard allowance for 2-year-old fillies and some very competitive fillies as well. Leticia. She's been very competitive several times in her career. Bar R Dashing Rain. She's a winner, big winner at Grants Pass in her only star. Came back and had an okay workout, 12.5 her work here. Hector Magallanes trains. Notre Dame, nice winner for Elena Andrade last out. Ritzy, a victory as well for Mike Castleman. They all have won once, of course. Energy 6 and Me Shining will complete the field. So, George, who do you like in this race?
I like the lightly race runner in Energy 6. Leticia from the rail. I just don't like that draw because last time she had the rail, she lugged out. Like she didn't like it. Bar R Dashing Rain. I looked into that field because you can't watch replays from Grants Pass, and the field was combined, I think, 0 for 31. So I'm not sure how good that field was. And that workout on November 12th, she just looks like a horse that I don't know if she wants to go 350 yards. She looks kind of a quick strider, and I think it's more 300 yards is when I would look to play her. I think the main threat to Energy 6 is Me Shining. I think she's a hard trier. She gets the outside for the first time. And I expect her to run well. I just think Energy 6 has more upside, and she really wants the 350.
Chris, who's your pick here?
No, I'm going to go to the outside. This noted by George. Me Shining. That horse wants the distance, draws well up against the horse he has to contend with. So it'll be my top pick. Me Shining, of course. Energy 6, only the 3 lifetime starts and won well. It was starting out pretty strongly last time. Has a big look at the outcome and on the stretch getting more yardage. And of course, the 4 Ritchie, my third pick, has a look there as well. Had a little bit more starters than the other horses, but on the figures, the horse has a look.
I like the 4 Ritz. Favorite Cartel filly. Has faced pretty nice allowance horses here at Los Al. Sunday Rain and Moonball have competed in quality races. Sunday Rain has been in some big futurity trials. Ran 4th in that race after trying a little bit of speed, but a little bit of trouble as well in that out. So I'll go with Ritzy, 7-2. But yeah, Energy 6 just keeps improving. Ran 2nd against the boys in her 2nd start and then came back to win. So another good group here in race number 4. We go to race 5, another allowance event. And this one's a tough race with Thinking Right, who had a really nice workout getting ready for this comeback. Has not run since March 15th. On October 29th, worked 12 flat against Be Careful, who won an allowance race last Sunday. And Thinking Right was much the best, pretty much dominated that workout back on October 29th. Call Her Perfect, who ran 4th in the Just an Old Love, won by Shaken Going On, and we saw Shaken Going On, how good she was in the trials to the Southern California Derby, the fastest qualifier. Above, that's the big long shot here. And in fact, the only older horse in this group, and she's 20-1. A Political Joy for trainer James J. Gonzalez, 2nd, with Jesus Rios Ayala up, and you're going to get 8-1 with Ayala horse. Dynamic Eyes, Quick She Is, and Cyber Force, 2-1 here for Paul Jones. And look at that breeding. Favorite Cartel, that'll Remember Me Rose. Colt, in a couple of next week, we'll see Enforce, a Colt by Favorite Cartel, that'll Remember Me Rose. The one to beat, most likely, in the Los Alamitos 2 million futurity. But this Saturday, we'll get to see his older big brother. Okay, George, you have a pick for us in this race?
Yeah, speaking of singles, I'm probably going to have to end up singling Cyberforce. I really like that workout he came back with on September 17th, and then he just ran to it. He looked just as good as he did in that workout. He ran well. I mean, did beat a maiden. That's the knock you can give him, is that he beat a maiden that ran second. But then the maiden came back to run second again in an allowance race to at least show that race was legitimate. I respect Call Her Perfect from the 2-post. She's not the quickest breaker, and she's drawing in between two quick breakers. So that's why I'm kind of against her. And then we'll just watch this replay right now.
Okay, I have the replay of Cyberforce, and he's gonna break from post number 6 here in this October 18th race, and I'll go ahead and let it play, and you'll see the Rosenthal Ranch Silks.
Yeah, he comes away cleanly. I mean, he was asked once, and then he was just handwritten the rest of the way. I just really like how he started out. He had more to give, and it was his first start in about 7 months. And I just liked how he did it. I like that he built off his good gate work to show that it wasn't just a fluke. It wasn't just because it was daytime or something, or just a workout. I really like how he did it, and he has plenty of upside with that breeding. He's still a colt. I mean, there's still a lot of potential in that runner, and he's facing facing mainly fillies. I just think he's well spotted, has a really good post, and there's not many riders I'd rather have than Eduardo Nicasio when I'm singling.
Looks like Cyberforce may have turned the corner after a few kind of shaky performances, but with trainer Paul Jones, nice victory here, and we'll see how he does against a pretty quality field here in race number 7. Chris, your thoughts on this race really quick?
Yeah, Cyberforce was very impressed. That was his first effort off a 228-day layoff, but did have that very big workout prior for the preparation. He's my second choice in that affair. I'm going to give this a slight edge to Call Her Perfect. Not really fans of post number 2, but the horse is very consistent. And on my charts, the Trouble Track variant, the horse has got my slightly best number, so I'm going to give the horse a slight edge. So I'll Call Her Perfect with my top choice in Cyberforce, drawn perfectly outside. And we're starting out very well in that affair. We'll like the added yardage tonight, so it has a big look at the outcome as well. So 2-7 in that 5th affair.
All right, so Chris is going to go with Call Her Perfect, and George is going to single Cyberforce here in race number 5. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back to talk about race number 6.
All is set for the quarter horse race of the year, the Champion of Champions, Saturday, December 13th at Los Alamitos, quarter horse racing's most prestigious race, and history could be made. Will Impressum win his 3rd Champion of Champions and tie the legendary Refrigerator Stakes record. Jericho and Stanley Cartel look to stop him, while All-American Derby winner FDD Dreams and Mildred Vessel's winner Hot Temptation dream of glory as well. It's a full field of 10. It's the race of the year, the Champion of Champions.
And we're back. We're going to talk now about race number 6. And Chris, you're going to have a selection here in this race. Go ahead and take it away.
Yeah, I'm going to give a slight edge to, it's my top pick and one of my better plays in the racing card, the Dari Deuce here. The 2-horse has been 4th in both lifetime starts against some good competition, but with everything factored in the Trouble Track variant, the horse got a quality figure. And coming back in 13 nights, a quick comeback, shortening up in distance. So definitely, with everything factored in, has a big look at the outcome there in that 6th event.
Okay, we'll go ahead and take a look at Darius. And here it is. This is a trial to the Los Alamitos 2 million futurity. And Darius is going to start from post number 3, Chris.
Yep. Okay, she's going to break okay. She's going to break in and brush a little bit away from the gate and show some decent speed to be close up right there early under a little bit of pressure midway. But with finishing steadily against horses much more experienced and against top-notch competition. But this horse was starting out relatively well, did run 4th and finished steadily the final half, be a length and a half, but that was against quality opposition going 400 yards. So less shortening up in distance, 3rd lifetime start, with everything factored in, has a big look there as my top choice. And my pick there in race number 6, and it's kind of iffy on the single, but it'll probably have to be one of them there. on my numbers.
Okay, so that's number 2, Darius. In race number 6, and again, the trainer Mark Jungers, the AQHA champion trainer, after a sensational campaign last year. George, who did you go with in race 6?
I picked Dariush on top as well. I mean, I really like that replay. I thought he ran well. Just the main issue for me is the horse next to him. Draco likes to break inward in both starts and lugs in as well. And that horse can win too. That's another one that is a win candidate in this race. Is just he's very green right now, and he looks like one that still needs time to develop. And then there's also the horse on the outside, Just Be Good. I really like the workouts. He doesn't get asked early. He's kind of sluggish, but then he strides out really, really well. Like the last 100 yards of his workouts are really good, and the gallop outs are good. And I predict that these 3 horses, and Dariush, Draco, and Just Be Good, will be factors in the upcoming maiden stakes coming up in February. I just think these horses are ones that want that extra yardage and need some more experience to show their best. But it's just right now, if it was everybody's going to get a clean start, I think Dariush wins. It's just, you need racing luck, and Just Be Good draws the outside. The outside should be fine on me. I mean, he broke straight both times. He's just a little bit sluggish, but he once he gets going, he finishes really good.
Yeah, it was a little green in that drill, but like you said, once he found like that smooth stride, he just looked really, really strong there for a first-time starter. Remember to dash, the mother of Just Be Good, qualified to a couple of Grade 1 futurities back in 2017. Draco, another solid runner there for the mare Terrific Energy, who's produced so many stakes winners here at Los Alamitos. My selections were the number 2 horse, Darius. Then I'm giving the pink horse a little bit of a shot here, and then Draco as well. Those will be my top selections in race number 6. Go ahead and move to the last 2 races on the card. Race number 7, and is this another potential single here? The One on Fire. Even money for Clanfield Act, and Felix Gonzalez just keeps knocking on the door trying to get that first win. Does she get it done this time around, George?
She draws really, really, really well. I mean, the 2 post is usually not a good post, but Sarsaparilla likes to break in or break slow. 440 favorite is a big filly, and she's pretty sluggish early, so she should get out good. It's up to like Nymph like the 5. Is she gonna keep get her head in the game and run her race that she can run, because she runs good races that could compete with her. It's just whether they're gonna be fractious, whether she's gonna find trouble. She's a favorite from the outside. I mean, I expect her to run well. I think she's just a couple below the top 2, but the race goes through the One on Fire.
Chris, agree?
Yeah, wholeheartedly agree. Everything runs right through the One on Fire, pointing her way to victory. She's steadily improving each subsequent start. Ran very, very well against a quality winner who went well from the outside and won nicely. So definitely everything goes through her, but kind of a long shot stab of all stabs is the only 4-year-old in the race at Sarsaparilla on the inside. Only concern is she's not the quickest breaker, and she likes to ski in, but with a clear path, she's got to look to grab a slice of the pie at a price there, Sarsaparilla. But like I said, everything goes through the One on Fire there in race number 7.
Yeah, I went with the 2, the One on Fire as my top selection. Then on the outside, she's a favorite for trainer Paul Jones, coming off of a couple of runner-up efforts. And Nymph like was my 3rd selection. I almost picked Sarsaparilla as my 3rd selection, but decided to go with Nymph like instead. So that's race number 7. 1 to go here in the pick 6 sequence, and that is, of course, race number 8, and a nice group here of fillies and mares. Flying and Gold Digger, back-to-back victories against her own sex here at Los Al. Justine Kleber and Eddie Willis finishing the year very strongly here at Los Alamitos. Look at those win percentages. Justine Kleber, 28%. Eddie Willis at 31%. They find the winner's circle together quite a lot here at Los Al. Magic Folly, a long shot, 20-1. Trending Right, 10-1. One Street Duck, stakes winner here at Los Al. Been facing a lot of top quality mares, especially during the early part of the year. 5-2 for One Sweet Duck. There's VJK Stigfield Follies, qualified to the Los Alamitos Winter Derby, ran third to Shaking Going On in the Justin O Love. 9-5 for VJK Stigfield Follies. And the 6th, Phoebe's Baby Girl. Another experienced stakes horse, ran second in the Florentine Stakes to Frivolous last year. George, your top selection here.
I went with One Sweet Duck. I really liked her 110-yard race where she ran down CCR Political Rap. And then he came back to run a really good third in the Southern California Derby trial to show that he belongs here. And she ran really well from 110 yards to 350 in the past. I know this is 300, but she did run really well off a 110-yard race last time she did this, when she barely lost the Virginia Highland earlier in the year. So I really like that, where she's pointing in the right direction. She's run sharp. She's won 2 in a row. 300 yards, I think, is right up her alley. The main threats are VGK Ziegfeld Follies. I mean, she's really improved since removing the blinkers 2 back. And the reason I'm against, at least on top, Flying Gold Digger is both of those races were from the outside. So she has to prove she can do it from another post besides the outside. And, I mean, at a short price, I can't do it. I mean, if you want a long shot, I would like Trending Right, the 3. Gabriel Lara, Willoughby horse. She's run really good at this distance before, where she beat In the Mode, who would be very competitive in this race. And she's capable of being quick. She's capable of running a big race in this race. I mean, I think all of them can win. This is a pretty wide open race. But I'm just going to lean on One Sweet Duck, because I think she's just in really sharp form.
Chris, who are you going with?
This is such a closely matched affair. I am going to give a slight look to VGK Ziegfeld Follies. As the blinkers came off, she ran well last time. I earned a pretty good figure on my charts for Don Farias and company. So the slightest of edges there in this 8th and final. The rail horse, my only concern is going from those outside victories to the inside, but on the figures, the horse has got a chance. And if the horse can get away cleaner, run a straight course, big look at the outcome on my charts. And of course, the 4, One Sweet Duck, so very quick. She finished well to get the victory last time 110, but on the stretch out, she'll be on the engine saying, "Catch me if y'all can." And she's done well at the yardage before, and she's going sharp. And of course, the 6th on the outside, Phoebe's Baby Girl, draws well to show her best efforts. It's a closely matched affair to close out the late pick 4 and that pick 6 with that monster pool of 150 to 180,000.
Yeah, so I'm going to go with VJK Ziegfeld Follies, then followed by Phoebe's Baby Girl and Flying and Gold Digger as my 3rd selection. Hey, man, maybe One Sweet Duck gets me, especially coming off of that nice, sharp 110-yard race. And I think that horse, George, that she beat was undefeated coming in, right? After winning all those races.
I think he had a winning streak. I don't know if he was undefeated. But the horse she beat 2 back at Sweetwater, it was a 19-time winner.
Wow.
So, I mean, she faced quality field. She's facing some 3-year-olds tonight. I mean, if she's on the engine like Chris says she will be, I mean, I don't think they're catching her. CCR Political Rap is a 7-time winner out of 16 starts.
Okay, gotcha.
He won his last
5.
His last 6 in a row. 2, 4, yeah, 6 in a row.
That's what I remember. I just remember seeing a bunch of ones on his past performance line. So that's a look at the pick 6 sequence. Very tough fields throughout. If you can get that single, you'll be ahead of the game. That's for sure. On Saturday night. So again, 8-race program on Saturday. On Sunday, we'll have another solid card here at Los Alamitos, including the 1,000-yard finals, the winter finals, with some of our top horses that go around the turn here at Los Alamitos, going for some good purses. Again, I'm just going to remind the folks here, especially since we have a big carryover. Chris Wade, his top selection, race number 6, number 2. Quickly, Chris, what do you like the 2 once again?
Yeah, the Darius there, the 2 horse in race number 6. It's my top selection, and hopefully shortening up in yards, coming back in 13 nights, break clean, and be triple tough to deny.
And George, his top selection and a single in the pick six, most likely. Race number 5, number 7, Cyber Force. Just remind the folks there why Cyber Force is going to get the job done.
I mean, he ran to his workout. He's going to be second time off the layoff, draws perfectly, has a great rider board. I mean, any type of improvement, even if he just repeats that effort, I think it's going to be hard to beat.
Just another final reminder, the carryover on Saturday night, over $38,000, should have a really good pool, around $150,000, maybe even higher than that. So a nice chunk of money for horse players to go after. And Chris, what is it that you always say? What is that you always say about these pick sixes, pick fours?
Don't save that $16. It might come back to bite you.
That's right. You hear that, George?
I hear. And I'm reminded all the time when I save that $16 and cost myself. But it's worth noting that anything under $160,000 of new money, it makes the takeout zero or negative. So it's really worth playing. I mean, there's those rare opportunities where you're going to get zero to even negative takeout in bets. It's a competitive thing. If it's your day, take a couple stands, and if you're right, you're going to get paid. I think it's going to pay at minimum $4,000. It's just because I think even if it goes second choice, third choice, favorites, it's not. There's no fields where for sure everybody's single in here. It's these people are going to have to spread, and it's going to make the payout go up.
Excellent. So remember, it's a doubleheader weekend here at Los Alamitos, day and night racing. Opening day for our winter meet is this Friday. Chris, George, thank you so much for joining me here on the Los Alamitos preview show. And to all of our viewers, thank you for spending a part of your day here with us. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye, everyone.
Major daytime thoroughbred racing is back at Los Alamitos. It's the Winter Thoroughbred Meet. Opening date Friday, December 5th. 4 stakes for juveniles head the meet, with the Starlet for fillies on Saturday, December 6th, and the Los Alamitos Futurity set for Saturday, December 13th. The outstanding multiple Grade 1 winner Journalism won the Futurity last year. And horse players, our on-track live money handicapping contest returns on December 13th. Great racing action during the Los Alamitos Winter Thoroughbred Meet. Opening day is Friday, December 5th.